this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Pushes him over. Oh, and now some space to operate. The 30, 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cousins. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. He's got this one completed to Mims. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Falcons 0. Chasing McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Franks. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down throw. Here's Franks. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now Franks. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on 1st down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Franks looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, Charles, for this defense, you know, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Franks now. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Back to throw. Franks. It's brought in left side by Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Franks. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And finding the tight end, Hooper.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Cousins on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Second down, Franks. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Franks. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Chubb on the counter. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Cousins. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down throw for Cousins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, they set up the screen to Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Franks now to throw on first down.
He completes it to Ridley. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Let's go, fellas.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing after the interception. Franks. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Right back to Pitts again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Now Franks.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On 1st down, Robinson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Franks.
It's complete to Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Franks looking to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, this sack by Matt Ioannidis. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Franks now.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Setting up play action. Franks.
He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a dump off here complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
He's got his man. This is Tate powering his way forward. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Glad to put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another catch for Tate. Touchdown, Falcons. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Cousins to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
On 1st down, here's Franks.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps.
Touchdown! It's complete. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Falcons 12.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, C.D.?
And my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. And plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 27, Cousins. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb shrugs him off, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They go play action. Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. bulldozes past him. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. 155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.